Hello everyone, it's Lindsay, and today I am back with a look at the newest devotional and release from Creative Retreat Kits for the month of July. If you have been with me for a while, you know that I've been on the creative team for Creative Retreat Kits now for just over 5 years. I've been sharing, started out on their blog, and then I've been sharing 2 videos a month over on their YouTube channel, and then I've been doing unboxings here on my channel. Well, this month of July is going to be my last month on the creative team. Very difficult decision for me to make, but I decided it was time for me to kind of step away, rest my creative brain. It is hard to come up with that much content each month, trying to do something new and exciting and, lots of inspiration for you guys. And I love doing it, but it was just time for me to take a little break. But I still love the kits that they offer, and especially their devotional content. And so I will still be doing monthly unboxings here on my channel to show the kit to you guys. That way you have an idea of what the devotional content's about and kind of see what's included. That way then you can decide if it's a kit that you want to pick up or not. And that's always kind of been the purpose of me doing unboxing videos. I know they're not for everybody, but always my heart behind it was to kind of give you a heads up. That way you could be educated before you go shopping and spending your money, because I know we work hard for that. And so we want to, spend it wisely. And so I've always wanted to do these so that you can kind of get an idea of what all is included, have an idea what the devotional content is before you, head on over and pick up the entire kit or pick up add-ons and things like that. So I have been creating content for them over on their blog is where I started, and then moved over to doing 2 videos a month on their YouTube channel. So there is a ton of content that you can go back and watch. Of course, a lot of those kits are no longer available, but you can still use the techniques and ideas and things like that as we move forward with the new kits. And then this just kind of frees me up to use the kits, as I want to, how I want to. Not that I had any real rules, but this way I don't feel pressured to come up with new and exciting techniques every single month for these kits. I can just kind of, sit and enjoy them and work at them in my own pace. But I will still be creating content over on their channel for this month. This will be my last month over on their channel. But this month, the devotional content kind of feels like a good one to go out on. It is titled For the Good. It was written by Julie, and the focus verse for this one is Romans 8:28. It says, "And we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good, for those who are called according to his purpose." And this has kind of been a focus verse for my family. I have it on a big sign in our living room, and it's just, one that I keep going back to and has popped up in my life over and over and over again. And so it just seemed kind of fitting that this will be my last kit over on the team. And so Julie is talking about kind of relating this to puzzles and the idea that, each individual puzzle piece has its purpose, and sometimes it's hard to see how it fits in the big picture. And the same thing with our lives. When we go through things, whether they are good or bad, or, whatever God has us walking through has purpose, and sometimes we can't see in the grand scheme of things what that is or how it fits in. Sometimes we're in that, 500 pieces of blue sky and everything just looks really frustrating and difficult. And then other times we're, in the easy to place florals and signs and words or whatever it might be in a puzzle. And so I'm excited to work through this devotional content. She does have several other scripture for us to study as well, both in Old Testament and New Testament. And so if you've already worked through Romans 8:28, there are plenty of other option verses to work through. And then she does have a set of 5 reflection questions for us to kind of help us engage with the devotional content, kind of guide your study time if you want to do that. And as always, I will likely be doing these in my growth book over on the Creative Retreat YouTube channel to kick off the month. And then I'll do a process video in my Bible later on in the month for you guys. So that is going to be the devotional content. And so of course you're going to see lots of puzzle piece theme in the imagery throughout this kit. And the nice thing is these are graphics that you can kind of use with other devotional content as well. Just kind of some fun staple pieces to use, which you guys know that's something that I find important when I'm trying to pick and choose stamps and stencils and things like that I'm purchasing. I want something that, works with what I'm working on that month, but I want to be able to use it in a variety of ways. So the stamp set this month is this 2x3 clear stamp set. You have this full piece here, which is the heart made out of puzzle pieces, but then you have these two puzzle pieces here, and they do kind of fit together, so you can kind of create your own puzzle if you wanted to. And it is a solid piece and an outline, which they are layering if you wanted to do that. I do have a fun idea that I will be sharing using this piece. And then, of course, you've got some phrases that go along with the devotional content, or words, I should say. You have God, fits, good, purpose, together, and your. This font is kind of fun. It's the similar to some of the other fonts we've seen Creative Retreat use, but it has a little bit of a distressing, it looks like, added to it. So it makes it kind of fun and different. And then you have these kind of handwritten things and all. So you can kind of mix and match those to create your titles. And one thing I like about the consistency in the Creative Retreat kits is that you can then kind of mix and match with their past kits as well. So these fonts might be a little different than some of the other fonts they've used, but size-wise will fit with other stamp sets. And so you can kind of mix and match, which means you get more use out of, the things that you're purchasing to use. The add-on, or I shouldn't say the add-on, this is included in the kit this month, is a stencil, and the stencil has just this scattering of puzzle pieces, and you could, just blend your ink through here and instantly create a background, or you could go through, kind of mask off areas and, just ink through or paint or kind of trace in there the individual pieces as well. So again, another great kind of stencil for backgrounds or to kind of create more focalized images with that. There is also a pin, but I seem to have misplaced mine. So there is a little flare pin that comes in there as well. You can see that over on the website. This is a past month, but this gives you an idea of the size. Little flare pin. I had all my kit in a folder, and I seem to have fallen out. So you can see that over on the website. And then in the Faith Art box, you also get 3 sheets of cardstock stickers. You get 2 sheets of alphas. These are colors that coordinate with the release, and these are the tile alphas, which I really, really love this size. They're very versatile. I get a lot of use out of these. You do have a full set of letters, numbers, some symbols, as well as some cute little hearts there. I like the plain white background. These ones are really nice to mix and match with other things. And then there have been colors that not are necessarily perfect repeats, but similar colors. So it's very easy to kind of go through your past alphas, and then you can kind of mix and match with this kit as well. But these do come in the Faith Art box this month. And then you get this sheet that has the word fetty and then some shape stickers on here. You do also get a label. One tip that I have for the labels, because this is a full sticker, so if you stick it at the top of your page, there will be stickiness exposed. I just use a powder tool. You can use baby powder, arrowroot, cornstarch, lots of different things that you could put on there, but just brush it on the stickiness that's exposed, and then that will take away the stickiness, and so then you can use that as a tab and not worry about it picking up, dust bunnies and dirt and things like that. But you've got some more of those kind of hand-lettered words for the good, coordinates, orchestrates, together, and God, and then the word fetty phrases. Again, you can kind of mix and match with the stamp set. And then you have the same heart that is on the stamp sheet, but it is individual sticker pieces here. So you can leave them separated or kind of fit them together to create a heart with those. And then you have some wonky Creative Retreat hearts, of course, and then a couple of circle pieces. I also like to use these as tabs as well. And then same thing, just brush some powder on the exposed area, or you can just place them, flat on the page. But there's a look at what comes in the Faith Art box. The devotional stencil stamp stickers, and then you get that flare pin. And then in addition to that, they do also have some digitals. So for those of you who live overseas, this is a great option. If if the shipping cost makes things prohibitive for you, you can get the devotional content as a digital option. So you will get a file that then you can print out on whatever medium that you want. So you can purchase that as a digital, and then you can purchase the digital artwork. But these also kind of can mix and match with the physical kit. So there are some repeat images in here that you'll see go along with the stickers. But then there's also some pieces in here that are not on the stickers. So you do get a little bit of overlap, but not so much that, you know, you wouldn't be able to use both together. I usually use kind of both mixed in. I like that there is some word study. You guys know I love to do word studies. So there are a couple little squares to kind of kick off some word study for you. The word fetty are rectangles on here, but they're kind of these fun, wonky, scribbly pieces on here. You've got that puzzle heart, you've got some labels. There's also a faux washi, so that if you print this on sticker paper, you can create your own washi, which is fun. And then just some other elements on there as well. And then my favorite page is always the journaling cards. So you get 6 3x4 journaling cards, and these are a mix of just kind of some statement cards that you can use, you know, on their own with a verse, little heart. But then you've got some that have some room for journaling, or some that has room for embellishment if you wanted to. So I have used these in my growth journal. I've used them in my Bible. I've used them to make mini books. But if you also scrapbook, this would be a fun way to kind of tie in the two projects together. So maybe whatever you're scrapping through the month, you can kind of use that color palette, use those, you know, images and stickers and stamps and things like that, and kind of make everything work together for the month. And then you're not, you know, buying a ton of paper products. So I like that you could do that. Or maybe you like to do your faith journaling in a pocket scrapbooking type album. So these are great for that as well. So you get 6 of those. And then this page, you get 5 different pattern swatches. So you can just use these as layering elements. They would fit in one of those Bibles that has the 2-inch margin, instant background. But I like to use these for die cutting. So I'll die cut alphas from here, or different shapes, tabs, you know, all kinds of things like that out of these patterns. So those are great. But again, remember, these are digital files. So while I have mine printed on cardstock, you can print these on clear sticker paper, but you can also use these for digital Bible journaling if that's something that you've gotten into. I know there are a few ladies in the community that do that. I don't have tips and tricks for that because that's just not a world that I have entered. But I know that you can kind of drop these into shapes and letters and backgrounds and things like that in your digital creating. So that's something you can do with those pattern swatches. And then you get a bonus page this month. Typically you get 3 pages in the printable, but this month you're going to get 4. And there is this line drawing of that puzzle heart. So you can use this as is, but this is meant to be a traceable. So you can layer this behind the page, kind of trace it. You could also, you know, cut it out and use it as a template to then cut this out of pattern papers if you wanted to. You could cut them out of these pattern papers and kind of make your own little stickers if you wanted to. So I do have a couple of videos over on their channel where I've used traceables. I use a very, very thin light box to make it easier to see through the page. So I will link that down below. Sometimes it's as low as like $11 on Amazon. It's pretty inexpensive and it's very thin, so it works great for Bible journaling. But the nice thing about this is you can kind of, you know, blow it up, shrink it down, make it different sizes if you wanted to, and then use that as a kind of guide in your Bible if you're not confident with your drawing skills freehand. I am not, so it's nice having traceables and things like that. So there's a look at the printable file. There will also be a freebie that releases later on in the month. We have different artists that they partner with, and then they will offer a free printable kind of midway through the month for you guys. So there's lots of options for you guys as you know, kind of create as you work through the devotional content. Again, it's for the good. I will have everything linked down below for you guys. Be sure to also follow the Creative Retreat YouTube channel and their blog. That's where you can get lots of inspiration from the creative team. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave those down below for me. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. And until next time, thank you so much. Bye-bye.